All men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights.
Life, liberty, and the
If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear.
Make America great again.
The Big Nerd.
Well, good morning and welcome back to the Big Mig Show. I'm your host, Lance Migliaccio, with my co-host, George Ballantine. It's rise and grind, tip of the spear, edge of the knife, because you know how we do it on this show. Nobody's safe. We go
Lance,
after everybody.
Lance,
It's just
Lance.
how we do.
It's hump day.
You know, if I could do one thing, if I could get the audience just to tell George, we're tired of that joke. We've had it. We're done with it. Stick a fork in.
That's a problem.
You're looking kind of tan, George. Look like you got some sun yesterday. Probably out there grinding it out. What's going on, buddy?
Actually, it was raining all day yesterday.
It's
So
weird. You got some color. It must have gotten through the clouds or whatever else.
I
don't know.
really wasn't outside, I don't think.
I don't know. Maybe it's just maybe the filter. Maybe not the filter, but maybe Rumble's giving you a break today. They usually try to.
Are you watching me through Rumble or are you watching me through Zoom?
I'm in Zoom.
Okay. Yeah, because Rumble, you know, once the video sends out to them, they just bring the quality down a little bit and it doesn't show me as tan.
Well, listen, if you love the
I don't know
show,
why.
it's an easy drill. Hit that smash button for the follow. If you can do the paid subscription for $5 a month, you can even gift subscriptions. We had some gift subscriptions given out yesterday. So any of that stuff helps the show. It's a couple of bucks here and there. Not a big deal to you, but it is a big deal to us because, of course, we've got overhead for these shows. It continues to go on and on and on. And if you'd like to sponsor the show, we're getting millions of views all over platforms. We're getting lots of audio listens on all the different podcast platforms. Hit us up over at info@thebigmig.com. Always looking for like-minded sponsors with good deals for our subscribers and listeners. And of course, make sure that you're following us on YouTube, Rumble, Locals, and all major podcast platforms. That helps us. Just go over there, share the content, leave some comments, do whatever you can. I noticed we got a little surge on some of the podcast platforms, so thank you very much for that, for the people that went out there and did that. We climbed and we got some good reviews. We need those reviews. Of course, that's how Apple and everybody else rate you, is on the reviews from actual accounts. So that stuff, if you could take 10 or 15 minutes after the show and just help us out, we'd be blessed, and we'd really appreciate what you guys are doing. Listen, we got to give a shout out because, of course, the guys over at Genesis Gold Group, those are our go-to guys for investment in bullion, gold, silver, platinum, you name it, they do it all. And, of course, they came up with the Prepper Bar. They knew it was a perfect solution when they designed it. You snap off a small piece to make a payment. And, of course, these are your perfect escape. They're real tangible forms of wealth. Gold and silver you can hold, trade, and trust. No government can seize it. No hacker can steal it. Time is ticking. Don't wait. Grab your Prepper Bars before it's too late at genesisgoldgroup.com. That's right, genesisgoldgroup.com. Or you can hit them up at 888-526-7154. 888-526-7154. Don't forget to tell them the Big Mig Show sent you. You get a special discount for doing that at genesisgoldgroup.com. Grab your Prepper Bars. Have a few, because let me tell you, with this environment, you never know what the hell is going to happen with this administration.
Break me off a piece of that Prepper bar. And by the way, since you brought that up, you never know what's going to happen. Oil prices are going to be going up, gas prices again, so be ready. But Lance,
Yeah.
do we do the set the move first? Yeah,
I think we should. We haven't had one in a while. I like the little set that, and I haven't seen this one, so it'll be a nice surprise.
No, you have not. So everybody watching, for the people that don't want to stand for the flag and the anthem, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. Because over our 4th of July, celebrating 250 years, you had so many countries celebrating with us. You had a lot of countries, Japan, I forget, a bunch of places did fireworks celebrating our 250 years. Because they want our country to succeed. Because they know a strong America is stronger for the whole world. So here's a country that just actually sang the national anthem for everybody. And I watch it, I'm like, here are these kids doing this, but yet there's people that don't want to berate this country, that don't want to celebrate all because of Trump or whatever their views. They're just stupid ass people. Look at this, and you all should be ashamed for the ones that don't want to celebrate this country or support it, wave that flag, or stand for the anthem. But meanwhile, you got leftists in the streets protesting America's 250. Go figure.
You know my answer to them.
Stupid ass motherfuckers.
GTFO. You don't like it? You don't like the flag? You don't like the anthem? You don't like the people? You don't like the leadership? I'm not thrilled with the leadership constantly. I make my claim, but at the end of the day, I do support the country and I support its people. And listen, this is for everybody. It's not just, they like to go, oh, well, the flag's been acquired, like those idiots over at The View. No, the flag hasn't been acquired. The flag is the national flag, the flag that represents our country, the 250th anniversary. We should all be proud as Americans that we made it 250. Most superpowers don't go that long. Pretty incredible that the U.S. is still standing and standing strong. But you know what? GTFO, if you don't like it, that's what the Big Ming Show has to say to you. I'll tell you what, I'll be happy to seize your passport and kick you the F out. All right. I said it. George said it. I've explained it. I don't know what this administration doesn't get. You can't negotiate with Iran. They have a history of doing exactly what they're doing to Donald Trump. They've done it over and over again with many presidents. Enough's enough, man. Drop the hammer on these people. I've said it before. You can't leave any part of their leadership in place. You can't leave the IRGC. You can't leave the Basij, and you can't leave the Khomeini. Get them out of there. Let them rechange the name of the country back to Persia. Let the Persian people be free, and hopefully they won't. Because again, once this is done, I can't imagine how many people are going to get killed. The Iranians will go in and they will try to ethnically cleanse all those people that stood against them during this event. So Donald Trump, I'm going to say it like any New Yorker would. Stop being a pussy. Drop the hammer. Go all in. Who gives a shit about Congress? Because I don't. I think they're a bunch of ass-licking losers. They get nothing done. They've been jerking us around. The only thing they passed is some billionaire legislation. They haven't done anything to protect the American people. You guys have seen it. They can't even pass the Clarity Act because the bankers just don't want them to do it because they don't want to give up the
Clarity Act. What's that?
Yeah, that's a good point. We've almost all forgotten.
Clarity Act is right there with the Save Act, bro.
But John Thune is a worthless sack of shit. Everybody knows we need voter ID. This is common sense. There is no common sense in Congress, and they don't care about the American people. They only care about stealing and manipulating and lying and cheating. What they're all about. I'm going to say it again. Stop giving them services. If any congressional member, state or federal, are coming into your businesses, throw them the F out. One person. Toss them into your business. Tell them you don't want to serve them. Why don't want to serve them? Because you don't agree with them. And it doesn't matter whether they've got a D or an R before their name. Toss them the F out of your business. Stop giving them service. Don't give them lawn care. Don't give them anything. Said it. Hopefully you guys are doing it. At the end of the day, you should be passing that around on the internet. And you should be in their feeds telling them how much they suck. Well, the ceasefire's over. I don't even really know if there ever was a ceasefire. Not by Iranian terms. They don't care about ceasefires and negotiations. They're the worst. Go ahead, George.
No, I just want to give a shout out to the Mike Schwartz show. They rated us, and make sure you go check them out. Give them a follow and subscribe.
Schwartz coming on Friday? Do we know yet?
I don't know. I just texted him a few minutes ago. We'll see.
Gotcha.
He's probably listening. He might be lurking in the chat, waiting for me to say something smart so he can come back with something. Thinks he can say something smarter, but you know how we do with Schwartz.
Well, Kelly comes in the chat sometimes. I always like seeing her in there.
Yeah, Kelly's a very busy woman, though. She works a lot. I mean, they're both busy. He goes to school and stuff, yeah.
Crazy busy. All right, let's talk about this. U.S. military launched powerful strikes against Iran in retaliation. Of course, Those military strikes were, of course, for the Iranians attacking vessels in the Strait of Hormuz. Still a bone of contention. The Strait of Hormuz, this is what Iran is trying to do. They're trying to disrupt the oil. And I wouldn't doubt that when they do this, that they're going long on oil. I would bet that they're making money on the fluctuations in oil prices because they're trying to make up for the money they're losing in not being able to ship their oil all over.
Who?
Iran.
Well, they were allowed to, but now he just pulled that.
Yeah, but don't you wonder if they're trying to make up for lost money? Because imagine you're the Iranian leadership. You know every time there's a kinetic strike of any amount, you know that oil surges. Why wouldn't you go ahead and do these attacks after you buy long positions on oil, meaning that the price is going to go up? I would have to say that they're absolutely doing it. I think it's something the administration should investigate, because why wouldn't they do that? Why wouldn't they? I mean, at the end of the day, it makes total sense that they would be going long on oil. So all they have to do
clarify for the people. Lance talking about long positions in the stocks, oil stock.
Yeah. So basically, you're taking positions in commodities. You're going long, and you're saying that you're buying into the market. Let me finish, and then you can jump in. You're saying that you believe oil is going to go up. That's what a long position is. So oil is going to go up. You take that long position. You're the leadership in the Khomeini, and you strike a vessel in the Strait of Hormuz, and immediately oil surges, and you clean up. Can you imagine what a long position of 10, 15, 20, $100 million would do when you go ahead and make that strike? It's a great way to cheat. It's a great way to do it. And it's a great way to make up for lost money. And I would bet you anything you guys want to bet, I'll bet you they're doing it, George.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, but Trump, when Iran attacked some of the whatever ships in the Hormuz,
yeah,
Trump revoked the Iranian oil sanctions waiver on them. So now they ain't moving no oil. And he even said he might bring back the blockade of Strait of Hormuz, but only for Iran. I mean, so now probably gonna have to deal with higher oil prices. Just when they were just starting to go lower too. I think it was like 345 by me, or 341.
Yeah, I found one gas station at 320.
So, but in order for, I guess, the left, the world, everybody accept this Iranian war thing, you have to try to be diplomatic. All right, so Trump, they tried. They worked very hard to try to do a ceasefire and do a peace deal with them and work this all out. But they're the ones, Iran keeps firing away, breaking the ceasefire. And this is not the first time. They've done this multiple times during all these ceasefires. All right, enough pussyfoot now. Now let's just dismantle the Iranian regime. Because the Iranian people deserve to have their freedom back.
They do.
And enough playing around. Just 86 their asses. Get them out.
I agree. Drag them out, kicking and screaming. Go after the IRGC. Go after the Basij. Crush them like incense. My thing is, I just don't understand what took Donald Trump so long. Now he says, I don't want to deal with them anymore. They are scum. Surprise, surprise.
You know who's happy though? Like, you know, Netanyahu, Mark Levin from Fox News, he's probably celebrating, and he's allegedly, believe it or not, he's allegedly sick or something, not in good health there, from what I was seeing, and he just took a trip to Israel.
You know who else is happy? Lindsey Graham.
Lindsey Graham, Laura Loomer.
You know, Lindsey Graham loves
all the happy-go-lucky Jew people. Yeah. Why? I mean,
if I was a rich man, that's Levin right now. Yeah.
Do we want war? No, we really don't. But we should have just ended it the first time and finished them off. But
yeah.
Do we have to now bring all these ships back that with left and stuff? To get rid of the IGRC, you're going to need boots on the ground. There's no ifs, ands about it.
Do what you got to do, bro. I'm done with Congress. I don't feel like we need their approval or disapproval anymore.
And then if we do, hold on, but if we do this, we take a percentage of all Iranian oil sold from now on for the rest of for as long as the United States exists.
And we nationalize the Strait of Hormuz. They don't control it anymore. That's done.
Nobody should control it. It's a body of water. It's on both sides. Why do they get the control? What about the other country on the other side? What if they want to control Iran?
I agree. Let's play the clip. Donald Trump finally gets it right. I'll give it to him, but it took him a little while. Iran's always been scum, Big DJT. They've always been scum. You just weren't paying close enough attention.
You know what's crazy though? If you look at the UN Secretary General, you can look at his face when Trump's talking about it. He's a little uneasy, but he'll go with the plan.
But you know what you do with the UN Secretary General, right?
You go kick rocks.
You go throw the UN out of New York. I'm done with the UN. They can suck a big fat one. After what they did down there, with the invasion of our country, what they did on the Darien Gap, all the funding and all the rest of it, they can suck a big D. It's time for them to go. Kick the UN out of New York. That's my policy. They're lucky I'm not president. They'd have 30 days to clear out. That's it. Nope, we don't want you any longer. Get the hell out of the country.
Here we go.
Ceasefire over. Is the ceasefire done? Is the MOU dead?
It's a very interesting question. To me, I think it's over. I don't want to deal with them anymore. They're scum. You know what scum is? They're scum. They're sick people. They're led by sick people. And they're vicious, violent people. And if they had a nuclear weapon, they'd use it. As far as I'm concerned, it's over. I'll speak to our negotiators. They want to negotiate. They're good people. Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner. But they have to come back to me. As far as I'm concerned, it's just a waste of time dealing with them. They're liars. We make a deal. And if I make a deal with him, we have a deal. And he goes out, he talks. We make a deal. Everyone's agreed. No nuclear weapon. We make a deal. They go outside, talk to the press. They say, we never even talked about it. There's something wrong with them. They're cuckoo. As far as I'm concerned, it's over.
It's
Yep.
over.
Well, they've always been cuckoo. That's nothing new. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Time to drop the hammer. You got a clip here, George.
I mean, I would kind of think this might say it'd be over, but I mean, see for yourselves. There's some bombing.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yep.
Keep
So
bombing.
Trump said that he's done playing nice with Tehran, speaking at NATO, declared the U.S. ceasefire with Iran is over. And of course, U.S. military said that it hit more than 80 Iranian targets, including air defenses, radar locations, anti-ship systems, and more than 60 small boats. This is supposed to be retaliation, but I don't understand why they're stopping at retaliation. Why don't they just go all in nonstop and wrap this up? And if it's going to take boots on the ground, then I'm a supporter. Donald Trump, the American people want this over with. Iran has been a fly in the ointment, much like Israel in the Middle East. I know we're stuck with Israel for the moment, but I'm going to tell you, Iran, there is no negotiating with these people. They are evil people, and it's time to just drop the hammer. All right. We got some good news, George. The DOJ seems to be putting the hammer down. Tell me what's going on here.
Hold on. I'm just typing in the chat something to the lovely little Russian lady. What do we got? This is new. This is something. So Trump DOJ they're actually putting election officials on notice. That's right. All top officials in all states can be criminally prosecuted for allowing non-citizens to vote in the 2026 midterms. So, what does that say in here? All you election people that are running voter rolls, that are county election officials, state election officials, you all can be held accountable. You all can be criminally prosecuted. Bring on the pain. Let me put the letter up. There's a 2-page letter here, so that's a first. This is Harmeet Dillon's doing too, by the way. Everybody got these formal letters, all the election officials in every state, including District of Columbia. And they're being warned. So they also said, look, chief election officers got it. They can face criminal prosecution. So what do you think, Lance? I mean, if you think about this, what do you think their next move is? I'm waiting for the court filing, but we just got a ruling. We talked about it yesterday.
The states that want to cheat, like Colorado, the states that want to cheat, like California,
Michigan, Pennsylvania. Every state cheats. They all got it.
But the states that want to cheat, I'm just making a point. States that want to cheat, of course, are going to push back, and they're going to say that these states can independently control their elections. But that is, in fact, not true. The overriding law is the supremacy clause. It's the Constitution, and you're not legally allowed to vote in an election if you're an illegal immigrant. If you are not a citizen of the United States, it's very clear. So they'll go ahead and try to file. They'll try to buy time because, of course, the plan, simple enough, they want to cheat in the midterms. the only way they're going to win. They want to cheat. I hope, my take on this, George, what I hope happens is that, well, potentially that Donald Trump starts making some deep state arrests, as does Kash Patel. Are they going to do it? I have no idea. So far, I'm extremely disappointed. I was talking to Ann Vandersteel. She's disappointed. Many other people I know are disappointed. We haven't made those kind of arrests. So you do this threat. It's nice to see Harmeet Dillon doing something besides knitting online. I appreciate the fact that she's out here doing this. But again, are they going to enforce it? Newsom's already pushing back. So I guess the department sent these letters to all 50 states and the District of Columbia, of course, Washington, D.C., asking for voluntary compliance in a timely manner with their obligations under federal law to ensure only citizens vote to federal elections. And of course, you have to say this. The letter made it clear that knowingly retaining non-citizens on statewide voter lists and allowing them to receive or cast ballots constitutes aiding and abetting violations that can lead to criminal charges. Well, it makes you a co-conspirator. Not can lead to criminal charges, will lead to criminal charges. I would have worded that differently. Will lead to criminal charges, not can. It's not a can. The law is clear. Equal application of the law. The statutes are on the books. It is illegal to have illegal immigrants, non-citizens voting or on your voter rolls. Again, I'm wondering, is the post office, George, if we had a follow-up, is the post office actually not going to send ballots out to
They said
states?
they're not going to send them, Lance. He already said
Is that
that.
confirmed? Do you believe they'll do it?
I mean, the inspector general said it to the freaking on live on air. I mean, what more do you need?
Again, I'm just hoping this enforcement's going to happen. I want to see some arrests. And I think this, preemptively, if you have the mens rea of cheating in a federal election like Newsom did, the mens rea of a crime, the crime doesn't have to be committed. It's the fact that you made the first overt act. Newsom is saying that he's going to not do it, right? He's saying that anybody that questions their elections is going to be arrested. That's an overt act violating federal law. He's threatening people from his position of power, which would be malfeasance, nonfeasance, and misfeasance by a government official. I'd like to see Newsom just snatched up. Maybe Harmeet Dillon, maybe you should look at that because the first overt act already has been committed by Newsom. He's telling people right now that if they question the elections, if they question the way they're tabulating, if they question their voter rolls, that you can be arrested. Well, that's a threat. That's a threat trying to influence federal elections using government influence. That's a crime. So Harmeet, it's great you're putting the letter out, but how about dropping the hammer on Newsom? Why don't you just go over there and just snatch his ass up? You got a federal investigation on him anyway. I guarantee he'll start snitching like a little rat with cheese on his back, because that's what he would do. Hit him. You got him with the one case. Why not hit him with another case right now? Because you can't use government influence to manipulate federal elections or intimidate people. And that's what he's attempting to do. He's trying to intimidate people so that they don't have to follow the law. It's illegal. Let's see some charges on Gavin Newsom from the administration. Donald Trump, Dan Scavino, anybody else watching the show, Kash Patel. Hey, come on the show if you want to discuss it, but I can explain the law to you. In fact, if you would like, I can have the indictment prepared for you, the presentation for the grand jury. I'll be happy to do that. You just asked me to do it. I'll prepare all of it.
I mean,
all right.
Listen, hold on. Let's go back to something. So when Harmeet Dillon sent out all these letters, she also, she made it clear with giving voter law, federal law to these states. So they got to abide by it. But I want to know, we're in July, right? So these states better be sending out their voter rolls to the postmaster, inspector general, post office, so they can verify who can vote or not before they send out these ballots. Because if you don't send it out, then they're not going to get the ballots. And then what? Oh, people got to go in person to vote? Will that happen? I mean, so here's the thing. Okay, no mail-in ballots. What's going to stop people from just going to a voting place who's not registered to vote or is illegal or whatever and go vote anyway?
Nothing.
There's another possibility we have to face. Supposedly we have a Dominion doesn't own the machines anymore. Where are all the fixes? Did they fix them? Did they, are they going to not be able to be hacked? Probably not. We have, right now the Democrats are figuring out a way to circumvent the election like they've done every other time.
They always have a multi-pronged attack for cheating.
I always say we should take I can get some of my friend hackers and we can do what they did, switch votes too. Sure, there's a way we can get in. Why not, right? Let's play dirty.
Ballpoint pen.
We can play dirty too.
Here.
I have
Here.
I have my pen right here. I can.
Oh, okay. That's your
I
hacking
mean,
tool.
listen.
They proved it in Georgia.
Maybe I should. You know what, Lance? Maybe I should go. Be a poll watcher, worker, work by the machines where I could put a thumb drive in, and then do the. I'm not gonna. Yeah. Do it right. All
right. I agree.
Hack the shit out of it. Why not?
All right.
Anybody
Finally,
agreement in the chat with this? Who needs better medication?
I'm pretty happy. Better medication.
I don't know. Somebody's in the chat. I don't know who they're talking about.
That's okay. All right. Finally, a judge gets it right. We do have good judges. I've told you this before. Not every federal judge is a bad person. Some of them are unbiased and are following the law of these United States and the Constitution. Trump-appointed federal judge smashes the ruling by the foreign-born activist scumbag judge. I added the scumbag part. Reinstates critical voter system to root out illegal alien voters. Of course, the radical left. Oh, no, what are they doing? Oh, it's racist. Trump-appointed federal judge in Florida has overruled a highly controversial order. Not controversial, illegal order, he should have said, by this far-left, foreign-born scumbag activist judge. President Donald Trump's powerhouse election security system, the systematic alien verification for entitlements, the SAVE system, upgrades which allow patriot states to instantly screen voter rolls and purge illegal aliens is back online. Oh, yeah. Radical left, the other melting down. Kleenex stock price, of course, is going up.
Did it?
Visine for red eyes. So free, fair, and honest elections, which, by the way, is the compact the American government makes with us, unmarred by fraud, errors, or suspicions, are fundamental to maintaining our constitutional republic. Now, here's a judge that gets it. Constitutional republic, not democracy bullshit. Constitutional republic. The right of American citizens to have their votes properly counted and tabulated without illegal dilution is vital to determine the rightful winner of an election. Under the Constitution, state governments must safeguard American elections in compliance with federal laws. That's the Supremacy Clause. That protect American voting rights and guard against dilution by illegal voting, discrimination, fraud, and other forms of malfeasance and error. How about intentional deceit? Yet the United States has not adequately enforced federal election requirements that, for example, prohibit states from counting ballots received after Election Day or prohibit non-citizens from registering to vote. This is Judge Sparkle, interesting name, Suk Anan, issued her 75-page crackpot ruling blocking the Trump administration's common sense. Now, Suk Anan, immigrant, idiot, moron, should be disbarred, should be thrown out of the judiciary. But of course, that lifetime appointment thing comes into play. Why? She didn't pay any attention to the Constitution or the Supremacy Clause or the laws on the books. She whined that the federal government had knowingly trampled on the privacy rights of American citizens in a manner that threatens the sacred right to vote. These aren't American citizens, Suk Anan. You're a jerk off. They're not American citizens, so that in fact is a fraudulent ruling. And this is the problem with the judiciary. She said and accused the administration of haphazardly combining and repurposing data. Incorrect. Only American citizens can legally vote in federal elections. It's very clear. The laws are on the books. So she's a Biden appointee. No surprise there. Stupidity leads to stupidity. With a long record of radical rulings. What? Because she's biased. She already blocked President Trump from deporting Guatemalan children back to their home country when Guatemala itself requested their return. She also shut down an FTC investigation into far-left Media Matters. Now she's trying to protect illegal aliens on American voter rolls. Well, Media Matters, total piece of shit, total rag, total lying media source. So, look, this agreement, DHS approved by U.S. District Judge T. Kent Wetherall II, required the SAVE system remain fully functional. So, U.S. District Judge T. Kent Wetherall II, I'd like to shake your hand, sir. Some judges get it right. You're one of the ones that gets it right. Not because you agree with us, because you follow the law, because you follow the United States Constitution, that you understand we're a constitutional republic.
Now, Now,
So-
take this ruling with what Harmeet Dillon's doing.
Mhm.
Sounds pretty good, right? On paper. Let's see how they execute it.
So Judge Weatherall went ahead and granted an emergency motion. And it is what it is. It's granted. The point is, Weatherall is a constitutional expert. And at the end of the day, this is what judges are supposed to do. They're not supposed to blindly agree because they got appointed by Obama or Biden. And that's the problem with our system. My opinion is that this ruling should be looked at by the entire judiciary that Sukananan did, Judge Sukananan, and they ought to throw her the hell out.
Well, I like what this judge said, Judge Weatherall, because he actually concluded, he said that these sovereign state interests outweigh the concerns raised by advocacy groups challenging the SAVE system. So, it's all these advocacy groups probably that are getting funded by George Soros money, all foreign money. Well, not this time. So, I do got to commend Judge Weatherall by giving his ruling on a rule of law, finally. But it shouldn't even get to this. This is the problem that we keep talking about, all these rogue judges, and we have to waste time, money, and resources. Our tax dollars, your time, our time, and resources to keep going to bring it to higher courts to get the ruling that's based on the Constitution. Once again, all these rogue judges, no consequences.
Yep, and that's what sanctions are for. They that to me, judge violated her judicial oath. She violated her oath to the Constitution. She should be fired, terminated immediately. My personal opinion is lifetime appointments need to be kicked out the door. Think about a job where you never have to worry about getting fired. That means you could just sit up with your feet on the desk. Your boss comes in and says, I don't like the work you're doing. You can just say, tough shit. What are you going to do about it? All right. You know what that means? Big Mig Show is going to take a short break. When we come back, Chinese espionage and how Biden could have stopped it and instead did the opposite. Dropping bombs, edge of the knife, baby. Back with George Valentine, Lance Miliaccio, the Big Mig Show. While we're on the break, go follow us on YouTube. Go follow us on Locals. Go to your favorite podcast platform, Spotify, Amazon, iHeart, whatever. Go follow us, leave a comment. Help us out. Do a little work on the break. We'll be right back, dropping some more truth bombs.
We'll be right back. Somebody asked, do I need a nap? I got fucking energy for days.
Whoa.
Most people can't keep up. That's the problem.
What if you could predict your financial future? And what if you could trade on it? Introducing Block Trust IRA, the future in your hands. An astonishing 88,000 millionaires were created last year from the Bitcoin boom, and you could be next. Block Trust IRA is the only crypto management firm powered by AI-driven strategies, ranked #1 in the world by Bitcoin Magazine. The Block Trust IRA platform is built for everyone, from first-time buyers to seasoned investors. Predictive AI technology that was once only reserved for insiders and elites is now available to you. It's time to leave the old buy and hold strategies behind. Your assets are protected with military-grade security, offline cold storage, and $200 million in insurance. Visit BlockTrustIRA.com to book your free consultation and ask how to claim up to $2,500 in deposit bonuses today. Bitcoin changed the game. AI changes the strategy.
In a world of uncertainty, be prepared with Silver Prepper Bars, your ultimate hedge against political instability and economic turmoil. Introducing the Silver Prepper Bar, crafted from 0.999 pure silver and proudly made in the USA. This tangible, divisible asset can come in handy even in the toughest of times. Portable, perforated, and easily tradable, the Silver Prepper Bar is your lifeline in times of crisis. When facing inflation, currency devaluation, and financial meltdown, Silver Prepper Bars provide peace of mind. Don't wait for disaster to strike. Secure your future today with the exclusive Silver Prepper Bar, the only silver bar on the market divisible into 3 different size pieces for maximum utility, all while fitting in your wallet. Don't leave your future to chance. Order your Silver Prepper Bars now at prepperbar.com. Silver Prepper Bars, ready for whatever tomorrow brings. Order now.
Forged through rigorous training and honed by the finest instructors on earth, these canine units serve beside our nation's warriors as they fight to preserve what we cherish. When these warriors complete their duty, the Warrior Dog Foundation provides them with a home deserving of the service they've given us all. At our state-of-the-art kennels, they receive rehabilitation and care suitable for heroes, because that's what they are. Be a part of giving them a future today. Visit warriordogfoundation.org.
Welcome back to the Big Mig Show. Here we host Lance Migliaccio, George Bounty.
Slow on the trigger.
Big Mig Mafia in the chat. Yeah, that's my fault. Big Mig Army. So listen, if you're out there watching or listening, and if you can join the chat, come join the chat. I will give you a shout out right now on the show. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, to follow, like, share. Hit all the goddamn buttons, please. And if you do that subscribe button, we truly appreciate it. Your support is most importantly appreciated. So, you can. If you can't, all right. I still love you. Lance, I don't know so much, but I love you guys. All right. Big shout out, a sponsor. Because we got, for people who can't watch our crypto 24/7, we got the perfect solution. I'm talking about Block Trust IRA to bring an access to cryptocurrency wealth to everyday people. They're exclusive. Animus AI trading platform works 24/7, analyzing market data and executing advanced crypto strategies that go far beyond buy and hold. This sophisticated technology, once reserved only for Wall Street insiders, and now it's available to you. And this system was named #1 crypto technology platform by Bitcoin Magazine out of more than 1,500 global competitors. Our clients are already seeing over 250% returns on their investments, all at military-grade security and up to $200 million insurance. Your wealth is fully protected. So don't wait. Visit bigmigcrypto.com today and see how you can join this financial revolution that's finally given everyday Americans access to the crypto opportunity of a lifetime. Once again, visit bigmigcrypto.com today and you can get up to $2,500 of free crypto. QR code's right here on the screen. Take a screenshot. The link's in the chat. The link's in the more section under the video. We got you covered. All you got to do is make the call. Trust me. You'll thank us later. And you got any questions or concerns, you can always email Lance and myself at info@thebigmig.com. And I will respond immediately, like I always do. Right, Lance? What we do?
Absolutely.
All right, what's going on with China? I mean, is this a surprise? Chinese espionage in the universities?
No, but even Donald Trump made a weak statement when he talked about Chinese foreign students and how we needed them. So Chinese enrollment in the U.S. higher education grew steadily through the Obama years, climbing from under 200,000 in 2011-12 to a peak of 372,000 by 2019-20. By March of 2018, that growth, the FBI warned in its bulletin, China, the risk to academia. That was a published document by the FBI that the broader population of international students and scholars in the United States, then numbering 1.4 million, posed a national security exposure. Chinese students were the largest source of that population. The Bureau warned that a subset of those students and scholars were being used by Beijing as non-traditional collectors. That's a nice way of saying spies, exploiting the openness of U.S. research institutions through talent recruitment programs, unsolicited research collaboration offers, and academic visits to advance Chinese military and commercial interests. Of course, that bulletin stated that China does not play by the same rules of academia integrity as American institutions. I'm curious, Donald Trump, have you read this bulletin? Maybe your position on Chinese students would change. If you did, Cash, Any particular reason you haven't provided Donald Trump with a copy of this bulletin from 2019? But, the Department of Justice on November 1st, 2018, launched the China Initiative under Attorney General Jeff Sessions to counter Chinese economic espionage. But of course, Joe Biden rolled that back. That initiative produced convictions involving individuals with direct university ties. Harvard chemistry chair Charles Lieber was convicted in December of 21 of making false statements and tax offenses related to undisclosed payments from the Wuhan University of Technology, including $50,000 per month, $150,000 in living expenses, and more than $1.5 million to establish a research laboratory in Wuhan. That name's come up before. George, where have we heard the Wuhan? Oh, that's right, the Wuhan lab.
Mm-hmm.
The lab leak. But
what lab leak?
Assistant Attorney General Matthew Olson announced that the Biden DOJ was ending the China Initiative and replacing it with a broader strategy for countering nation-state threats that also covered Russia, Iran, and Northern Korea. Olson called the initiative's approach myopic and said it had fueled the perception that the DOJ treated people of China descent differently. Well, I would argue that they need to be treated differently. We know there's been plenty of lab situations, lots of students trying to bring in biomedical material, biohazardous material. It hasn't stopped. It goes on and on and on and on and on, of course. At the end of the day, it's the way this institution has worked. Biden doesn't care about your safety and security. George, what do you think about this?
Well, how many times have we caught students or going to China, coming back recently, trying to bring bio weapons and chemical, whatever. I mean, we shouldn't be doing a lot of shit with China. And they have over 100,000 births a year of Chinese sending pregnant women here to birth their babies so they can be American citizens.
Mm-hmm.
You think Congress is going to stop that? I mean, I don't know. Maybe we should ask Senator McConnell's wife, Elaine Chao, who's actually over there right now. I wonder what secrets she's giving him. What?
Is Mitch McConnell alive or dead? Anybody know?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything. Everybody, there's some people saying he's dead. Some people say they spoke to him. I don't know. I think Laura Loomer, she should just fly over to the hospital and go and visit him and say for herself. Why not? I mean, do I need to go to Kentucky? Matter of fact, you know what? I actually have a friend that lives there. I gotta write this down. I'm gonna reach out to my friend, tell him to fucking go visit him. Visit Connell. All right. I think that's one. Yeah. Why not? Let's find out for real. Instead of, I have a high source that said this and that. All right. Well, sometimes sources like to play people around, make you look stupid. For what reasons? I don't know, but either way, he's not rerunning. He's not running for re-election, so he's out anyway. He's that sick. Even if he's not brain dead, but he's still sick in a hospital, he's not voting. So just figure him he's out of the picture anyway. Summer's coming. They don't vote anyway. They all take off. Does it matter? No, it really doesn't. But Lance, you know what matters? What I don't like is Trump is granting Ukraine a license and teach them how to make Patriot missiles. I wholeheartedly disagree. Do not like this because I don't trust Ukraine. I don't trust Zelensky because you don't know who they're going to teach, who they're going to sell this to. Would you trust them? I know you don't trust them, Lance. I know you're on the same page with me.
Absolutely. No way. Don't trust them.
So here's a clip. I got it. You don't believe me? Right from the horse's mouth.
Little birdie told me this about the fact that we'll give them the right to make patriots. We'll show them how to do it. It's very complex, actually, but it's you'll figure out the complexity quickly. And we're talking about that, and the company that makes them, which is building now 4 plants. All of our companies will be able to do this in 2 to 3 months. If you order a Patriot, now you have to wait a long time for them. Same thing with Tomahawks. We have a lot of certain equipment, but with they call it the elite equipment, and you don't need elite equipment necessarily for a war. But so one of the things we're going to be talking about is you'll We're going to give a license to you to make Patriots. That's pretty cool, right? This way you can't complain that we're not giving them enough. I say, make them yourself. We haven't informed the company of that yet, but that'll work out all right. You know, I'm sure they'll be thrilled.
Thrilled. I don't know. I disagree with that. We shouldn't be doing that. But who am I to say anything? I'm not the president. But I voice my concern. Some people say it's okay because they just will yes Trump anything. I don't. I'm not a yes man, never will be. I'll speak my mind. Oh my God, good news, Jim, and I agree. All right, Jim. Smartest thing you said all day. Let's see. I wonder what Air's mommy has to say about that because she's all for Pootie.
Who else is new in the chat? You guys that are new in the chat, kind of let us know. Who's new?
Kids Today, too, is kind of new. They've been coming. Let me see. I don't know. Let me look. Good news, Jim. Damn, good news, Jim. I got to slow you down with your texting in the chat, bro. One after another. Like 5 things in a row. Too many energy drinks for you, good news, Jim. Too many. You like Lance sometimes.
Yep. I'm not high on the energy today. Just I had a branched chain amino acid drink and I had my coffee, but I didn't really go all in. I didn't hit the gym or I'm planning on going later on. Well, President Trump, rightfully so, orders an immediate halt to all U.S. trade and official visits with Spain, calling the country a hopeless and terrible NATO partner. He said Spain doesn't participate in NATO. They don't pay. As you guys know, they didn't even want us to use their airspace when we were going into Iran. And he doesn't want anything to do with Spain. He said he's ready to cut off all trade, and I don't blame him. Spain has been an awful NATO partner. So, George, let's play the clip.
What NATO partner? Spain.
Yeah, exactly.
What? All right, let's play the clip.
And I want to thank Mark. He's been a great Secretary General of NATO. I'm not happy with NATO because of what they did with Greenland. And I'm not happy with NATO because of the fact that they didn't want to help us with the #1 state sponsor of terror. That's Iran. They were unwilling to help us. Now, in all fairness, I didn't speak to Mark about it. I think if I did, it might have been different. But we didn't need help. But I was really testing. I wanted to see whether or not they'd be there. And the answer is they were. I spoke to Germany. I spoke to France. Spoke to UK. Spoke to Italy. I didn't speak to Spain. Spain is a wasted cause. We don't want to do any trade business with Spain anymore, by the way. I'd like you to cut it off. Spain is a terrible partner in NATO. They don't participate. They don't pay. I don't want anything to do with Spain. Cut off all trade with Spain, please, including visits. Okay, we don't want anything to do. Watch them come running back. Oh, they'll come running back. They treat this man terribly, and this man's a good man too, great man. They're lucky they have him. But Spain doesn't agree to anything, and you shouldn't carry him. I mean, you sort of automatically carry because you're protecting an area, so they're there. So they probably figure they have to protect us, right? But we don't have to, and we don't have to trade with them. I don't want to do any more trade with them. All right?
Yes, sir.
Take it immediately. Don't even talk to them. They're hopeless. Bad people, because, you know, they have everybody else going and paying and working. In Spain, in particular Spain, there are a couple of others, but in particular Spain, they're open about it. They're hostile about it. And let's see how hostile they remain when they call up and they, please, we want to trade with you, sir. We want to trade with you, sir. They make so much money with us, and we're going to see that they make a lot less. I want no business with them.
I agree with this. You know, Spain is part of the United Nations, and United Nations is supposed to back other countries up, and they didn't want no part of it. So they can go kick rocks. I mean, what's the point of being in the United Nations? And I like Trump's strategy of doing this all while the NATO Secretary General's right there next to him. All these speeches he's doing, he's pretty much telling the NATO Secretary, get your people, get them in line, or else. Because, you know, he'll put on a smiley face, the NATO general, but, you know, he's feeling very uncomfortable. And that's a chess move right there. That's a boss move. So I give Trump a lot of credit on that. I give Trump, credit for bombing Iran when they're like, what, one country over? Think about that. Anybody ever think about that? They're right there in Turkey. Iran is, they can send missiles over there right now. And Trump is over there. Be the biggest mistake of their lives. But Trump is like saying, listen, my military has got me. And they'll kick your ass if you try anything stupid. So, gotta love it. But here's another great one. Now Trump's talking on Greenland.
Greenland's back on that. It's back on the plate.
It's always been on the plate. He's never left, but he
just went quiet. It went quiet though. We hadn't heard much Greenland stuff.
And he's saying, look, Greenland's important to the United States. It's not to Denmark. He's pretty much saying, we want it back. Go and take it. If we need it for protection, then take it. I said Israel wants Turkey. I don't know. Anyway, here's the clip.
I mean, just so they understand, Greenland is very important for the United States, but it's not important for Denmark. In fact, when Denmark was overrun by the Nazis in less than one day, Hitler beat them out in one day, took over. They asked us to take care of Greenland. In fact, we took Greenland, and then stupidly we gave it back. We shouldn't have given it back to them because we're the ones that need it. We need it for protection of the world, not just the United States. And it's very important. It doesn't help Denmark, but it helps us. And it's very important for us. And again, they were defeated very quickly. Denmark was beaten in one day, less than one day, by the Nazis, by Hitler. And when this happened, they immediately switched it over to us. We owned it. We had it. We were taking care of it, and then we gave it back, which is, I don't know why. I wouldn't have given the Panama Canal back either, so what do I know? I certainly wouldn't have done that because China's tried to take over the Panama Canal, and that's not going to happen. So, but I just, it's interesting. I'm very unhappy with NATO, and yet this man is a great leader, and he gets it. He gets it maybe better than some of the leaders.
I don't know if I'd characterize him as a great leader, NATO general. We're going to find out, though. You better give us Greenland, figure that shit out.
No doubt. All right.
It's not like he says, it's not that we don't, it's like, it's not that I want it. We need it. We're taking it. That's it. Take that shit.
Tell me what's going on with Maine. Are they really going to put another, so they're going to replace one scumbag with another scumbag?
Well,
is that what's going on?
Here's how, right. So thank you. Here's how the Democrats work. So Graham Plattner, who's got the Democratic nominee for Senate, who's facing all the backlash for all these allegations. Now, we talked about this yesterday about the assault and allegedly rape and all that stuff. Well, this mofo is trying to say he will step down, but he wants to be able to pick who's going to run. It don't work like that, buddy. It's supposed to be democracy, right? Where you give the people a choice to pick who they want to run. It's like when the Democrats did it when they got rid of Joe Biden, right? There was no vote, no primaries. It was just, you're getting stuck with Kamala and Tampon Tim. Great choices. But so who is he? But now they're saying they're trying to put this other guy through it. His name is Troy Jackson. He's a far left Maine Democrat who also ran for governor. But here's the problem. He's got assault allegations against him by women. Think about that. They want to replace one douchebag guy that assaults and rapes women with another one that's assaulting women. I'm going to say allegedly, by the way. I mean, without giving the people, I'm going to say the left, the liberals of Maine, a choice to see who they want anymore.
You know what's amazing about this? That a leftist group is the one who uncovered and published this against Jackson. They just don't want Democrats to make the same mistake they did with Plattner. But it's incredible that a leftist group is who discloses. The left and the right, when you get past all the garbage they force feed, all the open up, here comes the choo-choo. Americans agree on more topics than you could possibly imagine on both sides of the aisle. If it wasn't for the division and chaos narrative that DC and all the mainstream media like to use to act like we hate each other, sure, far left, no reconciling with them. Far right, probably no reconciling with them. I don't agree with the far right. Far right has a neo-Nazi racist rhetoric that I don't agree with. I don't agree with that. I think all Americans deserve a fair chance. So when you take the far left and the far right out of the mix and you take the 7-8 points out of the middle, we all want low inflation, safety and security. We want the United States to be a beacon of, protection, a beacon of to lead the world. We all want that. It's funny because when we have people from the left on this show, we agree on most topics, not everything. I even agree with them on some points of Donald Trump. The point of the matter is, that's what they don't want us to do. They don't want 300 plus million Americans aligning against the federal government. That's their biggest fear. Trust me. That's actually, what they don't want to have happen.
As much as people don't want to, may not acknowledge this or know this, actually, when Bill Clinton, when he was president, he did a more than decent job. We had a balanced budget. I don't know. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah. There was a lot of things he did. I mean, the NAFTA deal was all right. It wasn't nothing spectacular, but it was running pretty good. It was after that where, shit was going downhill. But you asked me who was a good Democratic liberal president before Clinton, I would say Kennedy. Don't ask me anybody else. I don't think any of them were good. But here's the thing, like when you have a president, like your first 4 years, you're trying to fix all the shit your predecessor did. And it's tough. It takes more than 4 years. That's why, like the Trump effect, when his first 4 years, he was doing everything was great. We were feeling it. Now you're not feeling it as much because you got to redo a lot of the stuff, and it even got worse with Biden. That's why I always say Trump should get another 4 years right after this if he wants it. So we can bask in all the goodness and things to come. Because we're already 2 years in almost. First. We're not really feeling it. What?
Better solve those midterms first. I'll tell you that. Because they got a plan. And at the end of the day, if we lose control, not that it mattered. I mean, not that the House and Senate have made a difference. The fact that we allegedly control it, right? The conservatives control it. They haven't done anything except pass, bills to help billionaires. They've done some of that. But at the end of the day, they do this, it'll be impeach, obstruct. They're going to file legal case after legal case. That's their plan. Better make some arrests, Kash Patel. Better make some arrests, Harmy Dillon. You better make some arrests, Todd Blanche, Donald Trump, Dan Scavino, and so many others.
Whatever happened to Eagle Ed Martin?
Yeah, it would appear that he's more like Sparrow Ed
What the fuck happened to him?
It's just cheap. It's a little bird.
I hate when people, I hate when people talk all that game and then don't back that shit up.
Exactly.
That's why I won't talk. I just be about it and go do it. You won't even know.
I don't know why they want to call him Eagle Ed Martin. I think they should be calling him Ed Sparrow. Maybe Ed Chickadee Martin. Little cheap.
I don't know. There was high hopes for that motherfucker.
Well, we love you guys. Thanks for tuning in today. We're out of time for today, but of course, you know what to do. Hit the thumbs up, hit the comment, leave us a $5 paid subscription, leave us a Rumble Rant tip, or if you want to tip us in crypto, George is still trying to get those 10 Bitcoin. Even at these prices, he'd be happy to have them. You can use our Rumble wallet. Don't forget Rumble with Perplexity, Rumble Premium. Check it out. It's a great product. If you're already paying for Perplexity, why not get Rumble for free? It's a great group. You want to support Chris and the team over there, do everything you can to do it. And don't forget, follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Locals. Just because you come here to watch doesn't mean you can't give us support on other platforms. We need you guys. Without you, just George and I talking to each other. So we love you. Thanks for coming today. George, last words, my brother from another mother.
Jim, you're a good guy too. You're a good sport. I just like busting your chops sometimes. Y'all it's hump day, Wednesday. Y'all have a blessed day. See you guys tomorrow. I think Schwarzer-Rooney's coming on Friday. He said most likely he will be, but we'll see.
Nice.
It's all up to Kelly though.
Oh no.
I'll talk to Kelly. She likes me. Anyway, y'all have a good day.
What if you could predict your financial future? And what if you could trade on it? Introducing Block Trust IRA, the future in your hands. An astonishing 88,000 millionaires were created last year from the Bitcoin boom, and you could be next. Block Trust IRA is the only crypto management firm powered by AI-driven strategies, ranked #1 in the world by Bitcoin Magazine. The Block Trust IRA platform is built for everyone, from first-time buyers to seasoned investors. Predictive AI technology that was once only reserved for insiders and elites is now available to you. It's time to leave the old buy and hold strategies behind. Your assets are protected with military-grade security, offline cold storage, and $200 million in insurance. Visit BlockTrustIRA.com to book your free consultation and ask how to claim up to $2,500 in deposit bonuses today. Bitcoin changed the game. AI changes the strategy.
In a world of uncertainty, be prepared with Silver Prepper Bars, your ultimate hedge against political instability and economic turmoil. Introducing the Silver Prepper Bar, crafted from 0.999 pure silver and proudly made in the USA. This tangible, divisible asset can come in handy even in the toughest of times. Portable, perforated, and easily tradable, the Silver Prepper Bar is your lifeline in times of crisis. When facing inflation, currency devaluation, and financial meltdown, Silver Prepper Bars provide peace of mind. Don't wait for disaster to strike. Secure your future today with the exclusive Silver Prepper Bar, the only silver bar on the market divisible into 3 different size pieces for maximum utility, all while fitting in your wallet. Don't leave your future to chance. Order your Silver Prepper Bars now at prepperbar.com. Silver Prepper Bars, ready for whatever tomorrow brings. Order now.
Forged through rigorous training and honed by the finest instructors on Earth, these K9 units serve beside our nation's warriors as they fight to preserve what we cherish. When these warriors complete their duty, the Warrior Dog Foundation provides them with a home deserving of the service they've given us all. At our state-of-the-art kennels, they receive rehabilitation and care suitable for heroes, because that's what they are. Be a part of giving them a future today. Visit warriordogfoundation.org.